Hey, welcome in. We're back with another Sims 4 career home tiny edition. No, um, tiny homes in The Sims 4 for careers. Career tiny homes in The Sims 4. Yeah, that one. If you haven't caught this before, we are basically just building tiny homes dedicated for a Sims career. Now, we are doing the law career today. But in the past, we've done things like astronaut and actor. We've done babysitting, part-time jobs, fisherman. So all the different careers. We're literally going A through Z, and we're in the L's. We're at law. And this one was pretty fun. So before I get into talking about the law home, let's talk about what a career tiny home really is. So yes, it's catered towards the career, but it's a tiny home. So that means it's 100 tiles or less. Typically, we stick at the sweet spot of 64 tiles or less because that really is, like I said, the sweet spot. The idea is that tiny homes give you all these great perks depending on the tier that you're in. So in a tier 2, you're going to save money on your bills. You're going to feel fine all the time. Everything is more comfortable and you're going to get a faster skill gain. All of those things hold true when you get into a micro home, which is 32 tiles or less. But then you're looking at getting a relationship boost. You get gardening boosts. So it is pretty great if you can get under 32 tiles. However, I've only done a handful of those because in these houses, we want that boost, but we really want some room for your sim to be able to do what they need to do. I know what you're thinking. Maybe I don't know what you're thinking. This looks a little crazy, and it definitely is. I had a vision in mind of how I wanted this house to look, and this is the best way that I could do it. And so it looks very convoluted. It is definitely convoluted, okay? But my hope was to create this very, this almost schoolhouse looking building that maybe could look like a mayor's office. I don't know, just very put together professional government building, if you will. I go ahead and add this base game fencing around the edge of this bottom roof. I really wanted that same effect for the inside, and it took me a hot minute to get there. I had to use platforms, which I really didn't want to do because it takes up space in your tiny home. But I was committed, you know what I mean? Like I wanted it to look a certain way, so I was just gonna have to make it work. And I did in the long run. It adds such a good little detail to the house. But while I'm figuring out the way this is going to look with the roof, let's talk about what this house is going to be. So it is a house for someone in the law career. Law career does come with Discover University, so I have put it in the Discover University world. There are two branches. You can either be a judge or a private attorney. For this career, there are some certain skills and things you need. So you're going to want to build up your debate and research skill, which is a little outlandish to add that skill item into the home, but I've done it before, so I did it again. You need a research computer. So I do give the sim a computer. I have to look and see if it's the research computer. I can't remember if I did that. But before it goes on the gallery, it will have the research computer. If I didn't put it in here, it's been a couple days. It's the holidays. Hello. So you also want some logic with this skill, and you're going to want some charisma as well. All these things combined will help you be successful in this career, which is really the premise behind these homes, that maybe you have a career in mind. Well, you can get this house. It's not in budget. If you've got a budget, unfortunately, I did not have a budget. I just make these homes all willy-nilly and make myself happy while I'm doing it. But you can have this home. The premise is that you would have everything you need to succeed in the career of your dreams. So if you're following along a little bit, in the kitchen, we have used Parenthood counters. I love Parenthood. More and more, I become in love with it. I think it's a really great pack, and the kitchen's actually really pretty. It has a nice classic feel to it, which I felt like was really correct for this sim and their career choice. I'm not a lawyer, but I imagine lawyers to have lots of books and have the need for lots of law books, if you will. I felt like they needed a wall of bookshelves. And of course, they'd need their computer. I also felt like we should have a little sitting area in their bedroom that when you go in their room, it's almost like their sanctuary, if you will. They're going to do research, their hardcore work in their room. It's the place they go to get things done. As I thought about it, I was like, this sim isn't going to want a TV. Their life is their work. If you think about a lawyer, I know very few lawyers, pretty much only the divorce lawyer that I went to when I got divorced. But I imagine them to be just workaholics, right? And so maybe they don't have a TV. Maybe they're just so busy with their workload and cases that the best they get is a computer. They can play some games on the computer if they need to distress, but otherwise books, and more books. So I do put a bookshelf in the living room. You just wait. It's going to change and it's going to be amazing. At this point, I decide, what is it going to look like if we continue this floor to ceiling bookshelves in the living room? Parenthood and the Book Nook kit have this wood color that is dang near identical. It's pretty phenomenal, knowing that we don't always kind of get that in The Sims 4, that sometimes it's hard to find woods that match. Well, they did, and they look fantastic. So I began my journey to make this incredible built-in bookshelf. It may not seem so incredible just yet, but I do decide to make the walls a little taller, go to that medium wall height, and really bring up all the shelves. We're using Parenthood wallpaper. I love the Parenthood wallpapers. They have a matching swatch that doesn't have the tile, so it really transitions well from kitchen to living room. And this beautiful green swatch was really perfect. I kind of went with this beige and dark green vibes through this house. It felt very mature and adult, mature and regal, mature and just on point for what a lawyer is in my head. The bathroom is basically just bare minimum at this point. I kind of just put a couple things in there that I think look nice. We continue using the Parenthood sink. And then if you know me, you know that I love this growing together mirror. It's so pretty. I love it. The bathroom is going to change just a little bit because I do have to put windows in. I know sometimes I get a little bit of a flack for not putting all the windows around the house. And I do try to, but sometimes I just get so excited to get in here and start decorating that windows are not, they're not on my brain to do. So I start looking for green rugs for the house. And I love the little woven cats and dogs entryway rug. And then I found this really great green rug. It's so pretty. I try to find other ones just to see, but at the end of the day, it was very demure and cutesy. It does come from my first pet stuff, so don't hate too hard, but I felt like it was demure and cutesy. It really did great. And then we used a Dream Home Decorator bed that kind of has that same green vibe. At this point, it was time to change up the windows a little bit because of the bookshelf in the living room. The windows and bookshelf were now clipping. Not a huge problem, not going to impede with anything except a curtain, and that's important to me. So I've gone ahead and raised this up a little bit, and we are now on a medium wall height like I said we were going to do, and we're just trying to find the best door and window combo. I really like Stranger Things. I really like Strangerville windows and doors. I think they're so pretty and ornate. So we use a Strangerville door and we end up pairing it with these new windows that we got from the Life and Death pack. They're so pretty and once again ornate, and I feel like they kind of all just go very well together. All right, so now we're kind of raising everything up a little bit so that way we can have these really great bookshelves extend up higher to the ceiling. And I mean it, we're up to the ceiling with these bookshelves, so much so that I go ahead and place them on top of the kitchen counters to where this bookshelf really just wraps around this entire L shape of the house from the kitchen to the living room. And I love it. I think it looks so good. If you've caught my last two videos, you may have heard me talking about this glitchiness that's been happening where I'm unable to place items, where it's just being crazy and I'm not here for the glitches. I went ahead and deleted that save file, and I think we're doing good. I do it about halfway through this video where I just resave everything that was in that save file, and I've gotten rid of that save file and it's feeling good. Okay. I have high hopes that maybe it was that save file that was a little glitchy, because I've done everything I could think of to fix The Sims, on my part at least. So as we move forward, here's hoping that it won't be crazy glitchy, and when I actually do my Let's Play James Turner's Every Life Stage Challenge, that I'll be able to care for my children and they won't get taken away. Because I think I might like burst into tears if I can't get that save to go. I'm really enjoying playing in that challenge, and so I want to get back to it. As you see, I am just cluttering these bookshelves up, lots of fresh flowers, extra books. I put a radio in the bookshelf so that way your sim can go in there and dance and have fun that way. We've moved into the bedroom, and once again, just adding lots of clutter everywhere. I have added some windows at this point. Once again, some life and death ones. And then those long ones up top are from Spa Day, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure those are Spa Day. I really like those windows. They're really nice to use in kitchens. I've added a little bit of wall decor as well. It was finally time to get in here and find some cute curtains. And of course we use some Parenthood ones in the bedroom and in the bathroom. The luxury kit for the curtains in the living room, the Luxe kit. I have been running on fumes for about a month now. I'm super tired. And as I sit here and try and think of kit names, my brain is not full functioning. So, take it easy on me. I have edited the bathroom just a little bit, kind of changed things around, got a smaller shower, and changed the layout in the bathroom because the shower was clipping with the window, which again isn't a huge problem for aesthetics. I didn't want that to happen. In the law career, you can go to school, and the school you would choose for law is Brightchester. So we could put up a couple pictures of Brightchester. You also have like some degrees on the other wall above your bed. It all adds to this very educated look. This house really is coming together. At this point, it was just kind of minor decor items. We use this little tiny living coffee table as well as an accent table that is base game, and kind of nest them together, which I love. It's a fun little detail and adds a little extra visual interest. And then we're also going to put a little coffee table right next to your Sim's chair in their bedroom. That way, they're not working at the computer. Maybe they can come sit here and read, work, whatever that looks like. As I cluttered this little space up, I thought it'd be really fun to get some file boxes, like your Sim has brought home some of their caseload and they're working on it at home. And so you might have these boxes of files pertaining to whatever you're working on. I needed a little accent table right when you walk in the house, somewhere to set your keys, your phone, something really simple that adds more visual interest right when you walk into your house. I really love this one. It's base game. It's got some great wood swatches, and it's got a little basket down there that has more books in it. Seemed so fitting and so cute. So we put like a little picture on it, some file folders, and of course that key phone thing that I was talking about. And then it wouldn't be complete without a little plant. I love this one from Eco Lifestyle. It's really pretty. It has some nice swatches. We use the brown. This house, as much green as it has some really great rich browns and red tones. And I really love it. I didn't really want to put a nightstand by the bed, so I just used some book nooks, stacks of books, and created this little table that wasn't really a table. I knew I wanted to use a brick for the outside exterior. It really just ties into the world around it, ties into your environment, and still creates this government building feeling that I wanted this house to have. We use this really cool get together column, not growing together. I was like, wait, that's not right. Get together. We use this really nice get together column that still continues to add more of that visual interest of being a very government building. That's not the word that I want to use, but that's the word you're getting tonight. So government building, that's what we're going for here. It also kind of makes me think of like an old schoolhouse, whatever. We've added in some flower boxes, and then I'm going to use these high school years trellis to add something nice to this side that has no windows because it's bookshelves on bookshelves on bookshelves on the inside of the house. And I think it helps to make it look really cute and interesting. I thought about doing it on this side, but hear me out. We needed to use the research and debate item so that your sim could build that skill. And while I thought of all the different options of how I could incorporate this into the house, anything permanent felt wrong. You know what I mean? Like, to build an addition to your house for a research and debate item felt not right. A permanent fixture on the side of your house, like, do you understand where I'm coming at? That just seemed like it wouldn't go. So I ended up finding this little tent that comes in for rent, and I really liked how it looked. It felt like something that you could easily put up and do your debate and then take down later. And then I ended up coming up with the storyline that maybe this sim in this law career does debates. They hold debates at their house for the students, like maybe like a club at the college, and they're having sims come over and do a debate. So this sim is all about Brightchester, has gone to Brightchester to be in the law career, and so they are this fixture of the community, and they hold debates for the students at their house. And I thought that was so cool. Like, once that kind of came into my head, I was like, that's really great. And that's a really fun storyline. And a pretty great way to incorporate this eyesore into your home. And while I wanted to use a lot of different trees from the environment, I decided to go ahead and use the movie stuff hangout tree that has these really pretty lanterns hanging from it, because the lanterns are lights at night. So I kind of pull it to the front and twist it around so you get some lights going in the back, and it helps to light up this area at night. For landscaping, I wanted to kind of keep it like prim and proper, so to speak. So we use this little tiny fence that works great as like a planter box. We're going to use some base game bushes and shrubs, kind of shrunken down, alt placed, so that way it adds like this great little piece of landscaping that is still kept together and looks manicured. This lawyer does not have time to be gardening. I'm a huge fan of the For Rent outdoor tiling stone. I think it's so pretty. There's problems with it, with the fact that you can't change terrain paint in between them, but it matched the ground already perfectly here, so it works. I like it a lot. I won't complain too much. I think it's so pretty. It's got some really great swatches. We are just landscaping, adding some low-lying flowers around the trees to kind of look like little bushes around the trees, little flowers. I think it's pretty. It adds to the effect. And I love how this place looks at night. I think it's so fun. And it lights up over on the side with this little debate stands. Now we are just going to do some terrain paint and call it a day. I love the way this house looks, so I think it's time we jump into these screenshots. I love this house. I think it's so fun and so pretty. And it really like rose to the occasion, okay? Like I had a vision set forth in my mind and I felt like we got there. It looks so good and perfect for any sim in the law career and any sim at all. Like you don't have to just have your sim be in a law career to have this house. You know, you can have it if you want it. It's on my gallery, play tested, ready for your sim to come in here and rock their career, whatever career they choose. But, you know, this is catered towards a law career. So if your sim does that, that's great. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely keep coming back for more if you've watched this far. I am getting closer and closer to 500 subscribers, which is such a great little mark. And if you help me get there, I'm going to be holding a contest for a $50 gift card. It's not much, but it's a little something that I can do for this community that we're building. And just a way to say thank you for being here and watching my videos and hanging out with me. Just be on the lookout for that. The closer I get to 500, the more you're going to hear about it. I hope you have a great night wherever you are. Bye, y'all.